And of course, when you see us here, you know we are here to discuss matters to do with the country. We are here to discuss politics. We're here to discuss sports. We have a show with Boniface Kimanzi, and we're bringing you exclusive content each and every day. So make sure you stay tuned. If you are watching from Facebook, thank you so much. You're welcome. We are live here and every day. Make sure you subscribe and you leave a like and a comment as we grow the fan base, as we grow to reach many people. Make sure you'll be able to join the make sure you join the community, and you will learn a lot. You will be educated, you will be informed, and you will also be entertained. So we get straight away to into today's show. I'm your host Alex Ogega, and we have seen the Catholic bishops coming out on top to condemn this act of extending the term limits. They are saying that the president should only go for 10 years. We have also seen Mata Karua coming out strongly to reject the new university funding model. We have also seen the CS for Finances, John Buddy, proposing a 15% tax on the content creators and online business. And we have also seen Gen Z activist Morara Kibaso coming out to expose the government once more. So we have a lot to discuss today. So as you have seen in the thumbnail, we begin by breaking down the Mata Karua issue, which she complained about the new university funding model. She says we have to do away with it. So this is the new university funding model, which has been suggested by, which was given by the presidency, and Matakarua says we should do away with it. So let us check it. As we see, it's divided into bands, and as you can see from there, the video uh, talks about the vulnerable students getting. So they said the economies are bottom up. So we see the vulnerable students. They receive a scholarship of 82%, and they receive a HELB loan of 18%. Household contribution 0%. The ones who are extremely needy get a 70% scholarship, 30% HELB loan, and 0% household contribution. Then for the ones who are needy, 53% scholarship, 40% HELB loan, 7% household contribution. So and the less needy 38%, and the HELB loan 55%, and household contribution 7%. So the reviewed formula, it's divided into 5 categories. So and so the let us just go through the bands. So band one, which is previously the vulnerable, you get a scholarship of 70%, HELB loan of 25%, 5% household contribution, the upkeep boom, which is 60,000. So the second band, which is a scholarship, 60%, HELB loan of 30%, household contribution 10% fee, and band three. So in the second band it's 55,000. Band three, 50% you get the scholarship, HELB loan 30%, 20% of the fees, and 50,000 for the upkeep. And for the band four, 40% scholarship, 30% HELB loan, 30% fees, 45,000. For the fifth band, 30% scholarship, 30% HELB loan, 40% fees, and 40,000 upkeep boom. So there is a question which some few months ago Ledama Olekina raised the question talking about this the new university funding model being discriminatory to the students, and he also spoke about which criteria is being used to determine which students are coming from the needy homes and the ones who are coming from rich homes. So, and I have an article here. It talks about the chiefs and the local pastors will play an integral role in identifying various categories of students through a system known as means testing instrument developed by the Higher Education Loans Board (HELB). So the chiefs and the local pastors are the ones who are going to identify categories of students through a system known as means testing instrument. So based on this, a student will get different levels of funding in form of scholarship, loan, and household contribution. In order to determine a student's level of need, HELB will use these parameters: parent background, gender and course, school type, expenditure on education, family size and composition, marginalization, and person living with disabilities. So the initial funding formula: vulnerable students were to get full funding through 82% scholarship from the government and 18% of HELB loan. So the extremely needy were to get 70% scholarship and 30% HELB loan. Households of students in categories of vulnerable and extremely needy were not expected to raise any amount. So the needy were to get 53% scholarship and 40% HELB loan. So let us go through the band. So in a short summary, the reviewed funding formula from all categories band 1 5 are eligible for scholarships and HELB loan. Then all households will have a certain percentage of fees to raise. Consequently, there will be upkeep boom for each category. So yes, we have gone through the new university funding model, which was brought about by the government, which has divided the students into bands from band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from the less vulnerable to the needy, and they have divided it in terms of the students who are the most vulnerable will access a more of will be are the ones who have been focused on more, so that the ones who will receive 82% scholarship, then a small fee of the HELB loan for them to be able to study. And so for me, what I think is that you can look at it this thing this way. Of course, from what you have seen from the government is that anything they are raising to the public, people are quick to reject them. For example, the SHA, the SHIF, people have rejected it. The finance bill was rejected. The new university funding model rejected. The raising of the taxes, people have rejected them. So from what we have seen is that the the university funding model So from what we have seen from the university funding model, from as I was saying before, everything that the public is trying, everything the government is trying to, the ideas they're trying to implement, the public is quick to reject all of them, even though maybe it might be good or bad. But I think, oh, Gypsy Corner, hi, how are you, Gypsy? I hope you can hear me. You have said that there is no audio, so let me see what I can do. Gypsy Corner, can you hear me? Tell me there in the comments. Is my audio clear? Yeah, thank you, thank you. So as I was saying, Gypsy, Karua has come out strongly to say that we should do away with this the new university funding model. Uh, it's fine now. Thank you, Gypsy. So as I was saying before, Martha has come out strongly to say that we should do away with the new university funding model. So that is what I was trying to break it down. And from what we have seen is, from what we have seen is, everything the government is trying to, the ideas they're trying to implement, they're not going down well with the citizens. For example, the Social Health Authority, the SHA, the SHIF, the Adani deal, people have rejected it, the finance bill, and everything they're trying to put across the citizens have rejected it. So the question I'm raising is, if everything is rejected, then what are they going to achieve by 2027? Because we're living in a democratic country where public participation is key. Also, the removal of the deputy president, the impeachment for Gashagwa. The people did not want him to be impeached alone because the slogan at that time was "Kufa dereva, kufa makanga," meaning if one dies, they die all. They go down together. But anyway, let me not digress. As I was saying, and then this new university funding model, it's starting from the I think KCSE 2022. I stand to be corrected. I think from then, that is what is going to be. That is the so what is going to be talked about. So my take on this is, it has both sides, an advantage and a disadvantage. We know education is very key in this country, something which has to be heavily invested. Oh, okay, Gypsy, as I was saying, education is something which has to be heavily invested, and it can be a tool to change the world, to revolutionize. Education is a way out for many people. So as I'm saying, like, I don't think there's a smooth transition with this education funding model, and then the way they distribute the money and they divide the students into bands. It is somehow very discriminatory to the students, though I feel like there is no concrete criteria for them to determine which student comes from the needy background and which student comes from the rich background. I don't think there is a concrete way of them finding out. So, Jeep Second, I see in the comment section are saying, okay, it's well, everything is being rejected. What are they going to replace it with? Education has become a kicking political ball. Yes, yes, Gypsy. Yes, as you are saying before, yes, education has become a kicking political ball. Wait, and the last time I saw good, what can I say? The last time I saw a good president who invested heavily in education, which I was a beneficiary, was Mwai Kibaki. Mwai Kibaki was big on the free education, primary, which saw many students, many Gen Zs who went out to the streets to protest, being beneficiaries. And that was the last time we saw anything good about the education system. So, uh, still on that, as I said before, I think this university funding model is a bit discriminatory, and there is no criteria which the government can use to identify which student comes from certain certain backgrounds. So I think they have to go back to the drawing board and they have to draft better ideas, or we keep the university funding model that we have, just find ways of making it better. So still on education, the lecturer strike still continues. We have seen issues from the Moi Educational University, and from what we can say is that all is not going well. The CS for Education hasn't really invested heavily in finding solutions to the ongoing lecturer strike, which is currently ongoing in the country. So I see Jeep Second in the comment section saying Martha Karua is an opportunistic figure. She is shaping herself and the party ready for 2027. She reminds me of 2007. She doesn't have clean hands. So Jeep Second, why are you saying Martha Karua doesn't have clean hands? What's the worst thing she did in 2000 in 2007? Could you kindly write for me there in the comment section what Martha Karua did 2007? Because for me, I see Martha as a person of integrity. I see Martha as a person who is pushing for change, just like me and you. We are trying to see change in the country. So for me, I see Martha as somebody who can liberate the country. So, as I was saying, still again, we are seeing the university strike is still ongoing for the lecturers, and the CS is ignorant because he is yet to address these issues. It has continued 3 weeks, and the semester is supposed to end in December. So, if this strike goes on till December, the question which the students will be raising is, uh, what is the what is the way forward? Are they going to redo this semester next year, or they're going to just do the exams and proceed onwards? So it leaves the people in a dilemma. So that is on the new university funding model. So we move on straight to finance issues, where we see the CS for the finances, John Buddy, has suggested implementing a 15% tax on social media platforms and online business. And this is not the first time something like this is being suggested by the CS. Because even in the previous finance bill and before, we have been seeing something which the government has been trying to put across. They are trying to find ways of taxing the social media platforms and online business. Example like YouTube, they are trying to find ways of taxing content creators. Like for example, here in Africa, they want to find a way of taxing us, and what I can say is it's not a good thing taxing the content creators, because they, for example, like media personalities, you find some people haven't gotten the chance really to go to university and study to become journalists, and others have studied, they haven't gotten job for them to do. So what is the best option? The best option is to start a channel and try to run your online media house, which you can try to improve your skills, and you can try to also make ends meet. So it's not a good idea to tax the content creators on the social media platforms, because these are not people who the government has invested money in them so that they can be able to live. These are just people who have come up with their own ways of making ends meet in life. These are still the same people who have who who struggle so hard, because people don't know sometimes it's very hard to grow a channel from scratch to reach somewhere, and they don't know that we start with small things like a 1000 or 2000 microphone, because the government is doesn't hasn't come to our aid. So I don't get why you'd want to go and tax content creators. These are just small people who are trying to make ends meet, whom the government hasn't supported. So the question is, why do they want to reap when they did not sow? The government wants to tax content creators. Let them come in and invest heavily on them, invest on online media houses to have studios for them to run things smoothly, for them to have like something just like a mainstream media. So then we can say they can be able to tax, but there's no way you want to come at people who are struggling to try and make ends meet, and still at the end of the year these content creators still are being followed by KRA, so they have to pay tax. And also the question is, some people are just content creators on social media for fun. They don't content create to make money. How do you expect them to pay that 15% tax? So this thing is just it's malice. It's just a way of removing money from the citizens. So the government, I still say again, they have to draft better ideas. Don't try and come after content creators, because that is because even before you earn money, for example on YouTube, before you earn money, you must have YouTube must have taken their percentage, then they cut, then you receive yours. So, and it's very hard to make money here on YouTube. So after making that, then the government comes and taxes you again, meaning they take you two steps backwards. So, and the third thing is we have seen the fuel prices remain unchanged in EPRA latest reviews for November. So the fuel prices, they have remained stagnant in the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority. So the prices of super petrol, diesel, and kerosene have remained unchanged from last month, according to the latest review by Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, which they announced on Thursday. So in October, the prices were reduced by shillings 8 and 18 cents, 3 shillings and 54 cents, 6 shillings and 93 cents per litre for super petrol, diesel, and kerosene, respectively, under the unchanged prices that will take effect from November 15 through December 14. A litre of petrol will cost 180 shillings in Nairobi, while diesel will be priced at 168. Kerosene will cost 151 per litre. Those are the things that are happening in the country. And we move to one of the top stories, which is the Catholic bishop's rubbish presidential term extension bid. So the Catholic leaders are saying 10 years is enough. So this is what they have to say. So the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops has rubbished the proposal to increase presidential terms from 5 to 7 years. The Constitution of Kenya, Bill 2024, which was sponsored by the Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, seeks to amend Article 136 of the Constitution, giving not only the President but also governors and MPs 7 year terms. Addressing a press conference in Ruaraka, Nairobi County on Thursday, Catholic bishops condemned the proposal as selfish and baffling. So the clergy said political leaders should focus on tackling other matters they described as more concerning among Kenyans, such as education and healthcare crisis and high unemployment rates among the youth. So yes, that is Samson Cherargei's motion, which he wanted to activate and Article 136 of the Constitution. And so it's a good thing that right now that we are seeing the church coming out strongly to be able to condemn things that are happening. And there's an English quote which talks about saying, whenever you hear the dog bark, the owner is not very far. So me, the way I see this thing is the owner, Cherargei is just somebody who is Cherargei is somebody who is tabling the motion, but is not behind it. There is somebody who is superior, who is behind what he's doing. He's trying to manipulate the constitution to extend for 7 years, and there is no need of us extending a presidential terms or governor or the senator, and they are not doing anything substantial. So it's better if we just it's better if we just keep to the 5 years, because even in the states the president goes for 4 years, and that is the biggest economy of the world. So imagine having the biggest economy in the world being run for 4 years. So why do we need ours to push ours to 7? So there we have to give the Catholic bishops their flowers for coming out to condemn it, because for the longest time the church has been under a lot of scrutiny. People are saying the church has not come out strongly to be able to condemn things that are happening in the country. So, from what we have seen and heard, we have to give the church their flowers, and they have to remain strong in condemning things that are happening in the society, because you can say like religion is the epitome of the society, and they have to set the record straight. They have to be non-partisan. They have to be. They should avoid being biased, so that they can also improve their credibility, because nowadays the churches have lost their credibility in the country. So if the bishops and all other church leaders continue doing what they're doing, they will improve the reputation of the church, and we give them their flowers for their done, for them coming out to condemn things to condemn things strongly. And we give those bishops their flowers, and they should do it more often, and not just them, even us viewers or at home anywhere, also do the same. Condemn things which we feel are unlawful, and the government what should first of all finish their manifesto, and implement things of development. That's what even the young people want to know, and from people from all walks of life. Government should come out and create employment, so that the people can try and better their lives. Before we start thinking of even extending the term limits, let them be able to finish their manifesto. So those are some of the things that happened today. We also saw today Nditi Nyoro speaking. He came and attacked Kalonzo, said if you walk to Kampani, you'll see that there is nothing, even a clue that is written done by Kalonzo. And so there's a lot that is happening in the World of Politics. We ask people to subscribe, like, share, and comment here on Afrique so that we can grow the fan base. And there are so many things that have happened today. So, and moreover, we have also seen that he has continued exposing things of the government, and we support him to continue exposing things that are happening in the government. Also, ask him to go and learn some few things here and there so that he can become better. And those are some of the things that have happened today in the top stories. And thank you for watching, for being with me all this time in the short space of time. We appreciate you, viewers. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment there so that we can grow this fan base. And one day, Africa will be a big media house in the country. And for you who are watching at home, we thank you for creating time to watch this live or to hear. And we shall see each other. Remember, we have shows running. We have Bimba La Afrique with Boniface Kimanzi. We also have Mzalendo Uncensored. And we have 60 minutes top stories with me. Thank you. It has been great. Till we see each other next time. Bye. And have yourselves a nice day.